Greetings all, Precious the New Jamaican here as a continuation of our previous video, and I'm going to be showing you all where we are at this stage, which looks similar to where we were in the previous video, but we are indeed making some progress. We are still doing rough casting at this point, rough casting of the walls, and I'm actually going to be showing you that we are fixing some errors that were made. I'm just going to be straight with you. When you are building a house, as with everything, you always have to have your eyes really on the people who are working, because even though they may be quote unquote professionals in their field, may have been doing something for a long time, man, this experience has shown us that people will do whatever wrong as soon as you turn your back. And it's difficult to do it. In fact, it's impossible to have your eyes on everyone, because you're going to have things going on, different things going on at the same time, i.e., we have rough casting going on, we have electrical work going on, we have plumbing work going on. And what ended up happening was, when the builder was putting up walls, he wasn't using string line on leveling things off the way he should have been doing, and hence the walls were not, or are not, as straight as they should be. So what needed to be done was those errors, the walls not being straight, needed to some kind of way be fixed during the rough casting process. So that meant a lot more money, a lot more concrete and whatnot being used in order to you get the walls somewhat straight. So that's what's going on here. These guys are adding a lot more of the concrete and whatever you call the stuff to the rough cast solution to make the walls straight, build them out, level them off, so that we can have some semblance of a straight wall. Now, you can't tell that they're not straight just by looking at it. But yeah, those were some of the issues that we had to contend with, and that's what's been happening here. Again, this is some broadcast that has been done around the electrical conduit that you saw being put up in the previous video, and we're also at this point. You can see some of the roofing being installed there. You saw that briefly. But you can see some of these walls have indeed been rough cast. And there's a whole lot of thickness going on of the rough cast, like I said, to try and mitigate the fact that the walls were not as straight as they should have been done. And gosh, you just can't have your eyes everywhere, and you expect people to do what they say that they can do, what they've been doing for years, what they've been even recommended by others. We didn't just grab people off the street who said, hey, I can do this, that, and the other. Most of these people were recommended, and still we end up with quite an issue. So we are in July of 2023. You see some of the roofing part of the project being done. Again, you see some continued rough casting being done. And a lot of this, again, was in an effort to fix the previous wrongs. But that, they were making it work. They were making it work. Let me also say that builder was no longer on the project by this time. He had some other issues, and yeah, it was time to part ways, and had to fix a lot of his errors. So He was no longer there. Now, at this point, some of the walls are not are now being rendered. So after the rough casting, then you have to go around and render the walls so they make them as smooth as possible. This is kind of a, it's not like drywall where everything's going to be perfectly smooth. Now there are people who can get it to that point, as I understand, but yeah, we weren't able to do that. But that's what was happening. That's what you were seeing there. So also around this time, we were getting the electrical box being put in place, and that's what you're seeing here. And that is our utility room. For whatever reason in the last video, I couldn't get that out, but the word utility room out. Yeah, that's working at the door of the utility room, and see the arrows there of different boxes, electrical boxes being put in place. That's our electrician there. Because after all of that, putting the block up and rough casting the walls and whatnot, then the electrical guys still has to then come in and chisel out parts of the wall in order to complete his job and put in his electrical boxes. And that's what he's doing there to wire the entire house. And then after doing all of that chiseling out to put in some of the electrical conduit and whatnot, they then have to plaster right back over it, or rough cast rather, right back over it. Here he is pulling some of the wires through where the electrical box would go. That's what's happening there. Now on to some of the plumbing work that was being done. See the plumber digging trenches outside. That's leading from the back door. And I think this is stuff that's running from the that's the laundry room, but I think that was running to the pit. But I don't know. But that's the plumber doing his thing. So just some other outdoor things that were being done. Doing some casting around the property. Some more casting. We wanted to build like a walkway coming out of the back door again. Yeah, as you can see, a little porch there. So that's what's happening there. Right here, they are building. This is part of the carport area. We're going to be building like a shed of sorts that will be built along the carport area where we will store different tools. The current shed that we have of course is a temporary structure that will not be permanently on the property. But that's what's happening here. And this is part of the outdoor kitchen area, as well as the portion, an area that will store our swimming pool supplies and not just supplies, but the equipment, the stuff that functions for the swimming pool. That's that's what you're looking at there. And what you see there, or right here, is some of the rough casting for the outside of the property that has now started. So that's where we are. Again, this is a short little video. Just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how things were progressing over time. Took a long time, but yeah, so we are making some progress. Just wanted to share.